Namaskar students and welcome. In this video, we are going to see 7th science lesson number 14 elements, compounds and mixtures. This is going to be part 2 of the lesson children. So let's begin. In the last video, we had seen a clear explanation of atoms and molecules. A single unit or entity is called as atom. Symbol represents an atom. When an atom of same type combine together, they form molecules. When molecules are of same type, they form elements. So children, a single unit is called as atom, and when many atoms join together, they form molecules. Again in this, when the atoms of same type join together, they are forming elements. And when molecules of different type combine together, they form compounds. Compounds are formed by chemical combination of elements. Yes, in a compound, the substances are chemically combined to each other. This is a molecule of oxygen, children. Oxygen, oxygen. This is a molecule of water, hydrogen and oxygen. So this is a molecule of element and this is a molecule of compound. Next, mixtures. A mixture is formed by mixing different elements or compounds. They are easy to separate by physical means. Their proportion is not fixed. Yes, children. For example, in this mixture, we can change the proportion according to our taste. It is not fixed. When we make mixtures, they do not chemically combine together. Yes, there is no chemical combination. They just mix into each other. No new substance is formed in a mixture. Here I have shown two different types of mixtures, children. Homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. So now how to write the molecular formula of elements and compounds. Oxygen is going to be written as O2 because oxygen is written by using the symbol O, and magnesium will be Mg because the symbol of magnesium is Mg. Now why oxygen is written as O2 we are going to see in the higher classes, and how we are writing compounds. Water is written as H2O because water contains hydrogen and oxygen. Sodium chloride, which is the common salt, is written as Na and Cl because sodium is Na and chlorine is Cl. We have a lot of question answers based on this, children, in our textbook. Now let us see how we are going to separate the different components of mixtures by using physical means as well as by using chemical means. First, let us see the physical methods of separating the components of mixture. This lady is standing on the stool and she is letting the wheat and the husk come down. She is throwing it from a height. Then what is happening? The husk is getting separated and the wheat is getting separated. So this is winnowing method. This is hand picking method. We are just using hand and picking out the stones or anything else. This is sieving method, children. We are sieving the dough. This is centrifugation. Centrifugation, just rotate it with the hand. Okay. This is how we are churning butter from the buttermilk. And this is filtration method. Now let us see the different methods of separating components of mixture by using chemical methods. First one is the distillation method. Distillation method is used to separate a homogeneous mixture of solids and liquids with different boiling or melting point. Here, children, it is very important that the two substances which you are going to separate must have different boiling or melting points. Then only we can separate them. Otherwise, we cannot separate them. If we want to separate salt from this mixture of salt water, we will boil the mixture in a tightly covered flask and the vapors which will rise up will be collected in another flask. This way, salt will remain back and water will collect in another flask. So what is going to happen? We are covering this very tightly. The vapors should not escape. And then we are placing a thermometer to keep a check of the temperature. And we are boiling this liquid. When we are boiling the liquid which is having a low boiling point is going to vaporize and we are going to collect the vapors from here, and this is a condenser, water condenser. It will cool down. water in the outer pipe is going to circulate. From one pipe, water is going to come in, from the other pipe, water is going to come out. So in the outside pipe, water is going to circulate, and that water is going to cool down the vapors, which will be collected as liquid in another flask. So this liquid which is collected here will be having a lower boiling point as compared to the one which remains back. After all the vapors have come here and no vapors are coming out, we'll switch off. Now we'll have a separate liquid in this flask and a separate liquid will remain in this flask. Next one, children. Separating funnel. This is a very easy method, children. This method is used to separate a mixture of two immiscible liquids. Immiscible means the liquids which do not dissolve into one another, which do not mix into one another. Those who mix into one another are called as miscible liquids, having different densities. One should be heavier and one should be lighter. In this method, we do not disturb the mixture and carefully open the stopcock to remove the lower layer of liquid, and the other layer remains in the separating funnel. This way, the immiscible liquids are separated. Just open this stopcock and let the first part of the liquid come out, and this middle portion, little bit of liquid will be thrown away. And then what we will have is a clear solution in one flask, in one beaker, and a clear solution in the separating funnel will remain back. That's how we are separating two immiscible liquids. They should have different densities, children. One should be heavier and one should be lighter. Then only we can separate them. If they do not form layers, we cannot separate them. Next one, centrifugation. This is the same what we saw in the physical method. There we are churning with hand. Here we are going to use a machine. That is the only difference. And in this we are going to settle down. We are going to separate the particles which are very small, which we cannot separate by using the physical method. Centrifugation method is used to separate minute particles which cannot be filtered by rotating the mixture at a great speed. We rotate it at a very fast speed. If these particles are heavy, they settle down. If these particles are light, they float upon separating them. For example, butter will be collected on top and the heavier ones will settle down. Next one, chromatography. What is this chromatography, children? This is the last method in your textbook. If two or more substances are dissolved in small proportions in the same solution, these substances are separated from each other by means of chromatography. Now in this chromatography method, children, the solution is very little. The substance which we are taking is very little in quantity, and we are carefully separating minute quantities of that substance by placing them on this kind of a chromatography paper. Here two properties of substances are used: solubility of substance and ability of substance to stick to the paper. This method is mainly used in laboratories. See children, we have placed the spot here and the components later have separated. Okay, here. So this method is mainly used in laboratories. So children, I hope that you all have understood this lesson and you are getting some help from my videos. If you feel you are getting any help from my videos, then do give a like, subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. And also give nice comments so that we are always motivated to help you.
Thank you for watching till the end.